I just put it on. Yeah. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
I wanted to hear her talk.
Hi.
We know it's working. Allison, how do we know it's working? Have her talk. Wait, she's not there. Shelley, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Yep.
Tell me a story. I need to hear something.
Hi. It was working when Maria and I were doing it this morning.
They won't be able to hear, huh?
Nobody, yeah.
It's the Zoom works, but the room, there's
And we literally
Talk
just had
again.
the music.
Howard.
Hi.
Please.
Hi, testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. How are you?
Can you, is the volume down?
Because
Hello? Sure. Can you hear me now? I sound
Yeah,
like
just
the
keep
commercial.
talking,
Can you hear me now?
keep talking.
Okay, no
what are you
problem.
doing this weekend, Shelley?
I'm letting people into the meeting. So right now, that's what I'm doing. Can you hear me now? Hello, 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 hello.
Where did Alberta go?
Testing, testing.
I
Testing,
can't hear
testing.
everybody. I can hear
Oh, there you
everybody.
go.
It's coming-
Yes.
it's coming
Hello,
out.
hello.
So how do we make it louder? Allison, can you just make it louder?
Hi, everyone. Good morning.
A little louder.
Good morning. Good morning. We're testing the audio. So if I sound like a broken record, it's because we're testing. Good morning. Good morning. Hello.
Very low.
Good morning.
Better.
How's everyone doing today? Getting ready for the meeting, testing the audio.
Okay, now we're okay.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Shelley.
You're welcome.
Can you, Shelley, can you put some Christmas music on? You have to do it through there as a screen share. No, never mind. Oh,
Wait till Maria comes up.
Hello, everybody. How are you? I'm here in Summit and there's a raucous crowd. So, hey, you guys, the meeting is live. Everybody sit down. I love yelling at people. I feel like I'm talking to my kids. Okay, everybody. Bah humbug. We wanted Christmas music today, but I was told I couldn't sing, so sorry, I won't. I'm very excited, as I always am with office meetings, because we have a lot of great stuff. We are gonna go right into some solid meat and potatoes. A lot of you guys have been hearing about 72 sold. And so we're going to jump right on that. I want you guys, if you have either a little bit of knowledge about it or a lot, to really focus in, because it's time to make some decisions. So I'm going to turn it over to Jason Fields. Shelley, if you want to spotlight him. Jason, thank you for traveling all this way to join us here in New Jersey today.
Yeah.
We really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
All right,
Absolutely.
take it away.
Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. And yeah, what she was saying is this is kind of it as far as our January and February national media launch and those that maybe want to take part. Just in case, I'm not going to go over the full blown top to bottom, but I do want to give a quick high level overview in case for any reason somebody's on the phone here that they just don't know exactly, what it is. So about 4 years ago, we took the home selling process and we looked at everything that really didn't help a seller either net more money or have the most convenience. We tweaked those aspects of traditional real estate, and then we started marketing that program here in Phoenix to home sellers. The response was through the roof. We were having, just out of the gate, 20 to 30 referral sellers coming to us a day through our website. We kept reinvesting that marketing. Now we're up to about 100 a day just in Phoenix alone, 2.5 million in advertising, again, just in Phoenix. We then launched, we started gathering various other agents across the country. We were kind of brokerage agnostic at that point. We didn't care what brokerage they were with, just as long as they would follow the program. And we ended up launching, and again, this is before the partnership with KW, Vermont, Boise, Idaho, Cincinnati, Los Angeles, Minnesota, and our market share grew so large here in Phoenix, 1% of the agents with 11% of the listings in the entire Phoenix market, that Gary asked us, hey, can you come on out? And maybe there's a connection here between KW and 72 sold. And, he asked us, what is your guys' goal? And we said, we're going national. It's just slower because we go into a market and we have to identify who is maybe a good partner and, so forth and so on, train the agents. And he said, this is the best list side generation I've ever seen. It sets an agent apart from traditional realtors. And he was like, I've got the agents. You don't have to wonder anymore who you're going to partner with. Why not just partner with KW in every media market? And we're like, we love it. So what we have been doing over the past few months is filling up the country in all of these media markets with the amount of agents we need. Unfortunately, there is not enough business in the country to take on every single agent within KW. So the limitation is 7,919 agents. Once we hit that, we are now locked. That is it until we see data that shows that maybe a certain area can take on 10% more, 15% more. Each area is on how many agents we bring in is based on the amount of homes. So we basically took the amount of households, divided it by 15,000. That's the amount of agents we would bring in, okay? So we started recruiting agents. I know KW has been pushing it. They're doing great, all leading up to our national media launch. So let me explain to you, because I know there's a little confusion out there of if you join, there's kind of two different parts. I want everybody to think of a gym membership. Okay, I join the gym. I pay, let's call it $72 a month to be in the gym. With that, I have access, obviously, to all the machinery in there, and I can DIY my own muscles and my own health and whatever else. Sometimes, though, I want to jump up and say, you know what? I want a little extra boost. I'm going to go to the personal trainer. Only gym members can get to the personal trainers, and there is a cost to go to that personal trainer, but I can go in and out of that personal trainer as much as I want, a ton, or heck, skip him or her for, months at a time, but I always have access to that personal trainer. So now think of our program. You can join and just stay as a member in DIY. And when I say DIY, I don't want you to think that this is like, I don't know, something else out there. If any of you have joined and you've been on our calls, our member portal, when let's say I'm an agent and I join, we have our top 23 to 25 listing commercials to generate sellers on that member portal. They have been condensed down, and the call to action of normally go to 72sold.com has been taken out. Agents that are members can use those. They can post those on social media. They can have sellers go right to them, and they owe us nothing. So they can basically use our name, use our brand, use everything, create their own business, pay us no referral fee. We also have on there a ton of print materials that you can send out to sellers, again, having them go right to you. That is $72 a month. You owe us no referral fee on anything you ever generate. Okay, so that's the DIY of going into the gym. Now, you say, you know what? I want to contribute to this national ad fund. I want to jump up to the personal trainer here. Okay, increments of $1,500 is how you would contribute. And I want you guys to think of $1,500 equaling an approximate of 4 to 6 seller referrals per $1,500. Okay, I can put as much in as I want. I can put none in, and I can come in and out as I please, right? Maybe I do it 1 month and I take a month off and I go the next month. We want to have the ability for agents to literally turn up or down the dial of their busyness, if you will, as much as they want. Okay, so we are running January and February combined. On January 2nd, commercials start across the country. I think there's a 4 or 5 day break in there after that first week. And then that third week of January, all the way through the entire month of February, 72 Sold is going across the country and I can't even tell you, I know they said how many millions of homes that will see these commercials. Sellers will then go to our website. They tell us when they want to sell, what they think their home is worth, the type of home it is, the condition that it's in, and then they put in their phone number, and obviously we have the address, they put in their phone number, and now they're waiting for an agent to reach out to them to tell them about this program that they just heard about on TV, okay? The agents that have contributed to the ad fund, not the DIYers, right, but that contributed to the ad fund, those referrals are then pushed over to the agents. How are they pushed over? An agent gets a text message and an email right out of the gate. We're talking within seconds, okay? The seller will get an auto text message that says, thank you for requesting a price. Your local, I think 72 Sold program director, I forget the actual wording there, but will be reaching out to you to learn more about any features and upgrades that your home has. So it gives the agent an excuse now to reach out, okay? Those referrals will also be housed in our CRM that you will have access to if you've contributed to the ad fund. I'm working with KW Corporate right now on where it can kind of flow through our CRM and flow directly into KW Command. So ultimately you guys can update KW Command and all of that information would then share over to our CRM and vice versa. And, it's a lot I don't want you guys to have to learn a new CRM. You will for probably a month or so. But the goal is use what most of you guys use already, and that is Command, okay? So ultimately we have placed January's media. It's once we place it, we are locked. For those of you, maybe you know, maybe you don't. Once you have it, it's a heck of a lot easier to add to it. And that's what we're doing right now. I think we've currently locked up 5 million between January and February. We're projecting between now and December. That's probably going to go up another 500 to 1 million. And we've let NBC, ABC, and CBS and all of them know this. They said that's fine. We can just add in more spots. It's a lot, but at least now you guys have the locked schedule and you can build on that. I'm going to try here. I want to show you guys a few things, and this is more for those that have signed up, but even those that haven't, so you guys know what to expect next week. Next week is going to be massive. in regards to people need to get some things done, make some decisions, so forth and so on. So I'm going to share my screen real fast. And then once I do this, I'm going to stop and let the questions start pouring in, which I'm sure they will. Can you guys see the maps as New York, Philadelphia? Did I do that right? Hopefully.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So originally, when you sign up, you're going to need to select a media market, but don't panic when you select that media market. But I'm showing now when you sign up, you're going to need to select a media market. The state of New Jersey, based on NBC, ABC, and CBS, they have broken the state of New Jersey up into 2 media markets, New York and Philadelphia. So ultimately what that means is if I called NBC right now and I wanted to run local media, not national, but local media in New Jersey, they would say, okay, you have a pick. Which media market? If I picked Philadelphia, all of these homes in yellow plus in Philly over here in actual Pennsylvania are all going to see those homes. Originally, we had it broken up where agents needed to select a media market and that's all they were going to get. Okay. We understood that it's not fair, and we get this, that some agents aren't dual licensed. Heck, driving from Mercer County all the way down to Cape May might be hours and hours. Okay, not fair, right? You guys want to kind of condense that down. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to select a media market. Okay, and I'll explain to you why you still do that, even though I'm about to show you something else. On Monday, and for any of you that have joined and you were on the call, I think last Wednesday, we released out what are called zones throughout the country. So we took every state and we broke it into smaller zones, and we are allowing agents to select zones in lieu of an entire media market. So I just picked New Jersey on here, and I'm going to scroll in a little bit. So I can see that down here in gray, NJ8. So that is zone 8 right here, NJ6, 3, 7. But it's the entire state of Jersey. No more do you have it cut in half where New York media market's up top and Philadelphia is down below. Okay. I can select as many zones as I want, being an agent that has contributed to the ad fund. And I will tell all of you, please, we have done zones before, way before KW ever came around. The key to selecting zones is to think to yourself this. Let's say I'm going to select zone 8 because I like my little area. I have to ask myself, if a seller called me, a random person out of nowhere from zone 6 and said, hey, Jason, will you come over? I think I'm going to list my home. Will you come on over? If I tell that person no, then yeah, don't select 6. But if I would get in my car and drive to go list the property, then select zone 6. Do not get too nitpicky with the zones, because all it will do is decrease the odds that the 4 to 6 referrals come into play. Okay, California, if I showed you guys California map, you would totally get the picture of what I'm saying, because some of these zones are so small, and we're just, we're warning agents, listen, we did this because you wanted it, but don't let it, fool you that a small little area is going to produce a ton of business. It just doesn't work that way. Commercials just don't work that way. But we did want people to have the option. Okay, so on Monday, I'm going to be able to go in and I'm going to be able to select my zone, or zones, I should say. Those zones are now connected to my profile, and that is what is built into our lead distribution. Okay, the common question out there is, well, am I fighting over these referrals? The answer is absolutely not. Ever. No, that is horrible for a seller to be getting phone calls from God knows how many people. If I have contributed 1,500 and Bob has contributed 3,000, let's say, to the ad fund, and we're in the same zone 6 here, whatever, zone 8. The lead distribution table, called a dinner table, is set. Let's pretend Bob has the first seat, Mary has the second seat, I have the third seat, and then there's Bob again at seat number 4. So the first referral comes in, it goes to Bob, second one goes to Mary, third one goes to Jason, fourth one goes to Bob, and then it just keeps feeding everybody else around the table, and then it starts over again. So ultimately, Bob is getting 2 referrals for every one of mine, because Bob has doubled up on his ad fund contribution. Okay. Also on Monday, for those of you that are members, we are releasing the certification test. It will be located right next to your zone selection. Okay, you're going to log into your member portal. In the top left corner is a little menu bar. And tell you what, let me show you guys this. Give me 1 second. The menu bar, and what you'll do from there is ultimately take your certification test, and you will also select your zones. Those get locked in. And I'm gonna share this one more time, and then I'm gonna shut up. Okay, so what you're seeing here is I have logged in on 72national.com. I have logged in right up top here. I click on member login. For anybody that wants to join, if you have not, join our program right here on the left. Okay, but I've logged into the member portal, and here's where I'm at. Okay, training and market updates, core training and extra training are everything. Okay, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we do have mastermind calls where we dig into some details about the program, but you will not learn the full program from Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That is supplemental for almost like expert level kind of discussions. Core training has all of these videos in it. And we're talking most of them are about 3 to 4 minutes, but like I could hover over, and this says, a little nervous about presenting on your first listing appointment. Don't worry, this video, we cover it top to bottom in 10 minutes, how to present it, okay? Right here, the pricing discussion. Most recent strategies for getting sellers to price their homes right, reflective of today's market, avoid pitfalls when sellers insist on pricing their homes too high. Every video in here has something to do with our program, and it basically aligns with if a seller were to throw you any kind of question or objection, you have the answer. And where these sellers are going to be so drawn to you is you're going to walk in and you are not going to pitch the traditional I, me, here's the comps from God knows how long ago. It is going to be, here's what traditional real estate typically does. Here's what we do. I focus on a program. I do not focus on me. The program is what's going to sell your home for the highest price and the most money. And that's what I can do versus traditional that's going to come in and do the same old every single time. Okay. So that is core training and extra training right up here, top left. This is where when I click on menu, I've got a few extra things because I've got admin access, but see this select preferred zone and certification exam. You will see these on Monday. If you are a member, you are going to see these on Monday. It is critical that you go in and not only pass the certification exam, but you select your zones. If I do not select a zone, do you guys remember, well, I already closed it down, but that map of Jersey, and it had New York and it had Philadelphia. If I don't select a zone, I'm going to be auto put in to every zone within a medium market, which maybe I want that. But for some of you, you might think, heck no, I don't want that. Then I would say, please make sure you go in and select your zone. Okay. If you want to take a quick peek, certification exam, see if I know they were playing with this yesterday, but I can go in. There are 6 quizzes. Each quiz has 5 questions. Okay, just to give you an example, what are some of the things that you should do when preparing for a listing appointment per our program? Okay, select all that apply. Okay, the good thing is you cannot fail this exam. It won't let you go from called this first quiz to the second quiz until you've passed the first. So in a sense, by the time you get to the end, you have passed with 100%. But I'm just going to click on random things here. I have no idea what I'm clicking on. It tells me what I got right. It tells me what I've gotten wrong, and it gives me the feedback. Next question. What are the 5 essential components of the meticulosity walkthrough? Same thing, so forth and so on. I have to get 100% on each quiz. It does give me the answers afterwards, but it kind of, changes them up on the next go around, on the second go around. So that, you guys actually know more than most of our national agents now in regards to the certification and the zones, but those are going to be released on Monday. If you are wanting to join, right now you have to make the decision of, okay, I can join the program, I can be a DIYer, right? Or I can be a DIYer and I want in on this January, February. I want referrals being pushed to me to start the new year. You have to have your ad fund money in by December 23rd. Okay, December 23rd, and zone selected. The 27th is when we are building out the lead distribution. If referrals are getting pushed out January 2nd, we got to have it done. You know, but we're giving everybody to the very last second to join, because we know there's some out there that, you know, maybe just have extra questions or whatever else. So I'm going to stop sharing, and I guess we go into the chat here. Thank you, Jason. You got it, Susan. What is the easiest way for questions here? Is it the chat or what do you guys think?
You guys, those of you that are on Zoom, throw stuff in the chat and then I'll sort of moderate anybody in the room. Does anybody in the room want to start off with a question?
Does each zone require the $1,500?
Does each zone require the $1,500 purchase?
It does not. If I sign up for 1,500, I can select as many zones as I want. And honestly, I should. I absolutely should. Some agents that might be dual licensed, you know, the Jersey, Philadelphia, heck, select the zone right across the state lines. That would be the smartest move ever.
And so the
for-
$1,500 you said is for that promised amount of leads. And then what happens? Then you're going to put in another 1,500?
Yeah, so I first have to join the gym membership. The 4 to 6 isn't, we based 4 to 6 referrals off of a medium market. When you guys saw those media markets, those 2 colors, that's what we always based 4 to 6 off of. We are not basing 4 to 6 off of one little zone. That's why we're telling people, you want smaller areas, fine, but it's on you if you don't select more zones in order to get to that, you know, that 4 to 6 level. Each 1,500 is per media round, if you will. This first round is January, February combined. So if I contributed 1,500 right now, I'm in for January/February. Then in February, I have to contribute for March, in March for April, so forth and so on. We have to let NBC and them know by the 15th, what is our ad spend for the prior month. We already have January, February locked. So when February, call it 10th-ish comes around, NBC and them are going to start calling saying, what are we spending? Are we another 5-7 million in March, or is it more or less? Well, that's why we have to make sure we know who's in or out by then. So 1,500 per month or 3,000 or whatever you want to do. And that gets you a seat at the dinner table, right? The more seats I want, the more I'm going to be fed. Okay. Does that make sense, Shannon?
I think so. I've
Okay.
got a couple more questions here. So let's do this and
Yeah.
then we'll do the chat. Tracy.
You got it.
What if you get leads or and for the first 2 cycles, nothing really manifests in the leads, it's kind of like not so great leads, not really serious about selling or something. Do you still continue on that rotation, or does it go towards who choose?
So I'm going to repeat the question. Tell me if I've got it right. So she's saying, okay, fine. You're at the dinner table. You pay to get there. You get leads. You don't convert them.
Okay.
They you know, as we all like to say, they were crummy leads or
Yep.
whatever, right? They're
Yep.
either the crummy leads or a crummy agent, one of the two. We don't know which.
Got it.
So you go through your rotation, you get your leads, none of them convert. That's your question,
Okay.
Tracy. Then what happens?
It would be just like Tracy or Shannon, you spent $1,500 to send out mailers. But I will tell you, here's the conversion we're seeing. If I hand 5 referrals to Shannon, Shannon should make money on 1, minimum 1. Okay. The key to all of this, and I want you guys to all understand this, this is not the typical lead gen out there. Lead gen across the country, sellers aren't truly going and saying, I want to sell and here's all the answers to all these questions. It's data that companies are collecting to say they have a high odds of probably maybe wanting to sell. Go ahead and try giving them a call. These sellers are on the computer. They've put the info in. You have that lead within seconds. You have got to be fast in reaching out. Okay, a quick story. In Arizona, when we started out, we used to send referrals to our agents. They got so busy, we saw their conversion dropping because number 1, how long was it taking them to reach out? And number 2, what the heck were they saying? We took it away. We said, you know what, guys, we're sorry, but we're not sending you referrals anymore. They are going to go to our texters and our callers. We created a center of texters and callers. All they do is immediately outreach to the seller, talk, text, set up listing appointments and shoot those over to the agents. We set about 30 to 50 appointments a day in Arizona just for our 450 agents here. Okay, we have, when you're fast and you know the right talk tracks, which we teach on the member portal, you should have all day long a 45 to 65% lead to appointment ratio all day long. But if you wait an hour or gosh, a day, you're done. You're done, right? You might still get some, but you will see that conversion tank. These sellers are on, they're excited, they put in the information, you gotta be on them. You gotta be on them.
So Tracy had a follow-up.
Yeah, so I get that, you lose the money, you feel nothing manifest, but will you continue to get the lead?
I think you're gonna get leads in the first round, which is January, February. That's it. Then you're gonna get to pick, it sounds like on February 10th, if you want to play again.
Yes,
And if you want to play again, is it definitively $1,500 or that'll be an
Always
algorithm
15.
you're gonna work? on?
Nope.
It'll be 15.
always,
Okay.
always 1,500. The difference between the 1,500 and DIY, and I will be very honest with you guys, there are many DIY agents out there with us now. They will never contribute 1,500 ever because they are making so much money on the DIY. DIY, there is no referral fee to us. If the 1,500 goes through our marketing and then the referral is pushed out, there's a 25% referral fee. So you guys can do the math there. If any of you don't mind a little elbow grease, use our brand, use our name. The only things you can't do are TV, radio, or billboards. Those are only for 72 corporate. Print, social media, anything like that, everything you produce, little elbow grease, you're gonna make a ton of money, especially the smart agents that do this while our commercials are running. Because the seller's gonna see our commercial, they're gonna see Jason's Facebook post as well, and there's a 50-50 shot. Who are they gonna go to? They go to me, I'm winning. I'm winning all day long on that.
Okay,
Is there a website?
It is the website to look at creative is 72 National, is that right?
72 National is where you would go to sign up. So everybody understands, to sign up, you pay $199, but your 72 does not kick in. What is today? Today's December 9th. I would have December paid. I have January paid. My 72 doesn't kick in until February. And you guys go kick the tires. 10 days after you sign up, if you don't go through the training and love it, honestly, email cancel at 72 sold. You'll see it on there. $199 will be refunded within 24 hours. We only want agents that are in this. They're excited. Do not let this be another membership thing that all of you guys, we probably all have on our credit cards. We don't want that. That is not our goal here. Our goal is to have good agents that are excited and they want to kill it in 2023, because I'm telling you, we're going to do it. We're absolutely going to do it.
So I'm struggling a little bit with time because I know we have another person to come on, but everybody's really engaged. There's a handful more questions. Let's try to do rapid fire and then you'll tell us what people need to do if they have follow-up questions.
You got it. And by the way, share on here, there is no contract or terms. You can cancel at any time. Doesn't matter, in or out. We are not that kind of a thing. And
Marianne,
yes, Susan.
I think you were next, Marianne.
I answered it
Oh.
about standard.
Okay, Harvey.
So my question is about uptake within our local market. 72 sold is completely unknown in the New York area. And I'm wondering if your experience where you've been doing this in Arizona, but at the very beginning, if you saw an outstanding uptake or buy-in by sellers right off the bat, or if you expect that there would be some sort of trajectory in our market where 70 sold advertising starts in January, but there's a trickle of interest.
So
and then it
just
starts to
gonna,
build.
so you get it. Give
I
us
heard
your
it. No,
background.
totally. There has not been, like when we launch in Cincinnati, Boise, it's actually what you see is immediate. And when I say immediate, it is almost higher out of the gate because nobody has ever done this. Nobody has ever gone on and advertised so much about a program. And you guys will see it. Tell me the last time you saw a commercial with a program by a realtor being marketed. It just doesn't happen. Nobody spends that money, let alone has a program to do it. You will see it immediately jump up. Then it normally goes down just a little because there's that initial excitement. It goes down, call it maybe 10%. then it goes back up and it holds. We've seen that in Cincinnati, Boise, everywhere. LA was the same thing. It's always that initial, oh my God, what is this? It's constant. It's on TV all the time. What the heck is this? They reach out and then it dies down just a little, and then boom, it goes right back up, kind of like a stock, and then it just kind of holds. It just holds in there. The key is, and you guys probably know this, you have to be consistent with anything you do. And that's what we do. We don't stop. We never stop. And that's
So,
how you
Greg, if-
just become a household name.
If people have further questions that they want this kind of detail on, are you the guy they can call? Do you want to put your
Yeah.
contact info out, or what?
Yeah.
You tell me what the protocol is.
Okay, so I will say this, for very general questions, guys, please email support@72sold. But if you're in depth, I'm the head of operations. If you have anything a little in depth, I mean, honestly, I do it all day. Jason@72sold.com is the easiest thing. 72national.com is to sign up. The 23rd of December is to contribute to the ad fund, okay?
Tell
But
me again,
email
20 what? 20,
December 23rd for the
Right,
ad fund.
right.
Yep. Sign up right now if you want. Like I said, you got the 10 days, pretty simple. Jason@72sold.com or support@72sold.com. Would love to have all you guys at least checking it out for 10 days. You have no risk. Okay.
okay.
Shannon, this was
Awesome.
great. Are we good? Oh yeah, whoever, thank you. You put that in there. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, this is awesome. I'm glad everybody's so engaged. I'm sure a few people are gonna have a bad case of FOMO if they don't jump on it.
That's exactly it.
So,
Yeah.
all
And we'll
right.
see you guys all out at family reunion as well. We kind of timed it so it goes all into family reunion. So we'll see you out there as well.
Awesome. Thank you
Okay.
so much. Okay.
Thanks, guys. I'll see you. Have a good holiday.
Maria and Shelley, do you guys want to bring up, I think we have somebody from Michael Lewis. Yeah, so let me just introduce you. Guys, we've been using Michael Lewis Marketing Suite for a long time, and we've suddenly realized there are a lot of things that are being underutilized for you guys. So we want to give you Jackie, like 5-10 minutes to show off your stuff.
Absolutely. That's all I need. Yeah. Thank you, Shannon. Okay. So hello, everyone. I am Jackie with Michael Lewis Marketing Suite. I'm excited to be able to show you guys, just a quick little overview of what you guys have available to you in Michael Lewis Marketing Suite. So first, I know there's agents in the room who love doing marketing themselves. And if you do, remember that you guys do have access to michaellewismarketingsuite.com, which is right in front of you. So you guys each do have your own individual logins for this website. It's going to be your email that's on your office roster. And then the password should be MLMS password, all lowercase. And I'll put that in the chat in a moment here too. Okay, so michaellewismarketingsuite.com. I mean, you guys, there are loads of free stuff in here that you can use. You can download flyers for free and print them at your office or at home for free. So remember, you can do that. Also under postcards, I know it's the holiday season. So if you want to send out a holiday postcard, season greetings, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Under holidays right here, we do have those pieces for that. So it's only 69 cents for us to print and then mail a postcard out. So it's only a few pennies more than a postage stamp. Okay, so that's here for you. I'm under postcards and then I clicked on holiday. So
Jackie, I just want to clarify one thing because some agents here are newer. What Jackie's telling you guys about, we already pay for everybody in the market center. So yeah, if she's talking about actually mailing a postcard out, different story. But this stuff is all stuff that you guys have access to already for free.
Yeah, you've already had this. Yeah. So you only have to pay for it if you order, have us print a postcard for you, like a direct mail postcard or print a business card or a flyer. Otherwise, you can take these pieces right here and post it on Facebook for free, put it into an email blast for free, or maybe pick your favorite 12 holidays and do a campaign with it for free in command. So it will cost money if we professionally print it, but if you want to print it yourself, you can do that. You can throw it on anything virtually for free. So it will only really cost money if you have us professionally print it. So just keep that in mind. If you're a new agent under postcards and prospecting, these are great to use because they are completely done for you. You can email this out, mail it out if you want to. But you can see, you know, how much is your home worth? Is a move in your future? We can get you where you want to be. So we have 3 pages packed full of these type of pieces where you don't have to think about it. It's just done. It's easy to use. And you can mail it out, use it virtually for free, like I've been saying. So you have a lot of options with this. And, you know, this is the do-it-yourself website, but you really don't have to do much with it. You know, it's just, we fill it as much as we can for you to make it really easy for you. So a lot of product. We also do have social suites. So these are social media pieces. So if you want to take anything and throw it on social media, you know, maybe a just listed or a coming soon or looking for a buyer, anything like that, we have that too. So testimonials, coming soon, help us find a home for this buyer, how much is your home worth? If you're new and you want to announce that you're new to the office, we have that here as well. So a lot of random pieces in here. They are mostly done for you. You'll just have to put very minimal information in, you know, congratulations on your new home, put the person's name in there, and then that's it. Okay, your information auto pulls on every piece automatically, so you really don't have to do much with this. So yeah, these are here, you guys. Social suite pieces, you know, we do have some Gary quotes as well. That's there too. And then be aware, we do have free listing presentations and buyer consultations. So if you want those, under the free stuff on the right, you have access to that. So we have traditional listing presentations here. And then if you want more modern or more high-end look and feel, we do have the high-end presentations as well. So we have both options. You only have to fill out the first 4 pages, and then everything after that is done for you. Okay, so keep that in mind. Buyer consultations are here too if you need a buyer consult. And then we do have email signatures as well. So you do have access to both. Okay, so that is a quick overview of what's in michaellewismarketingsuite.com. We are going to be scheduling training with you guys soon. And just kind of like a refresh training on how to use this website. You know, I definitely will go a lot slower, go through each product, show you how to make a listing presentation, a postcard, all of that. So get in here and use these pieces, you guys. They're so great. We have so many options in here that you can use for free. That's just a little overview. And then I know there's probably some agents in the room that are like, yeah, I love this, but no, I just want it done for me. I don't want to go in here and waste my time making pieces. Very soon, we're going to be launching in your market center a done for you dashboard. This is kind of an example of it. This is what we're going to be launching right here. So this is really, the tech for the agent who's like, I just want it all off my plate. I want you to create flyers, postcards, brochures. I want you to create all of my marketing material for my listing. So we can do that for you. This is going to be launching in the next couple weeks here. So, you just click of a button, you just click which one you want, upload your MLS detail sheet, a link to your photos, and then within 24 hours, we'll give you all those marketing materials back to you. So this is the concierge leverage done for you dashboard that we'll be launching as well very soon. So be on the lookout for that. And then also, you guys, be aware, if you're struggling with technology, we do have a division called MLMS Assistant to help you with your technology needs. So if you need help with your, KW website, your profiles, anything technology, we can help with that. So you can always do a free consultation with us and we can go over that with you. And then last but not least, you also have access to our custom graphics department. So if you want anything custom, maybe a custom logo, signage, email signatures, a business card, anything custom for you, we can take care of that. So we do have that as well for you guys. But yeah, so we're excited to be launching this dashboard and doing a refresh training for you guys soon on michaellewismarketingsuite.com. But any questions, Shannon?
You know what we're gonna do is not do questions unless anybody has anything burning, because we're running a little late. It was a good reminder. People are saying, are people not utilizing that as much as they should? There's good stuff in there. Thank you so much. And let's see a lot more of you. Let's keep some trainings on our calendar.
Yes,
Awesome.
absolutely. And then Lucy, 8.5 by 5.5 is that postcard. Just want to answer that quick. But yes, so be on the lookout for that training, you guys. We definitely want to do that refresh and get you guys in here. I mean, there's so much free stuff that we offer to you. So let's get that scheduled and then be on the lookout for that dashboard, that concierge dashboard, which is huge. So,
and so if they want to play, they just go to michaellewismarketingsuite.com. right?
Yes, yes, you got it.
Awesome.
Love
Thanks
it,
so
you
much.
guys.
Thanks so much.
Thank you,
Happy
guys.
holidays.
Talk to you soon.
Happy
Thanks.
holidays. All right, we're gonna keep moving. Shelley and Maria, you want to throw the next slide up there? Please. All right, if not, why don't Bridget, you want to come up? You need the slides though, right? Okay.
Give us 1 second. Jackie has to stop sharing.
There
Sorry,
we go.
guys.
All right. So we're gonna go to the culture slides. All right. Everybody knows Bridget, but Bridget is going to be talking to us today about all the fabulous things going on on our culture committee.
Yeah, I'm representing our culture committee today. Our culture queen, Jean, I think she's on Zoom, but she's visiting with her son in Oregon this week. So you get me. Just a quick recap. All of us who came to the Friendsgiving, it was a lot of fun. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Between that and also, throughout the month, we were doing the attitude of gratitude.
Which was fun.
And we did raise some money through those leaves, the gratitude leaves, and also want a special shout out to Kathleen Lamondola, who donated a wonderful gift basket. And so we had a basket raffle. So you can see from the slide, we made 520 from the leaves and 325 from the basket raffle. And that all went to our KW Heart Fund. What is a KW Heart Fund, do you ask? That is a fund for our family, for our
three
agents,
market centers.
for our market
agents.
centers, that if there is a personal situation in their lives, like, some kind of crisis, we can help come to their aid. And that ties right into the next thing I'm going to talk about, which is
Well, and I just want to
KW
give a
Cares.
couple of examples on that, because sometimes
Yeah.
people say, wait, what is that heart fund? So I know last year there was somebody that needed some help with some funeral expenses. I know in the past we've had people that have needed some medical things. And as you guys may or may not know, you probably do, even if somebody goes to KW Cares for larger help, KW Cares insists that, rightly so, that the market center has helped them first. So that money stays right here directly in our three market center families if and when, God forbid, somebody needs.
Right, which I don't know
Hey,
if, Shelley, can you go back to the leaf slide really quick? Right, because my next point was going to be about, all of these funds that we do collect money for throughout the year. We do have goals, and the goals were lofty. We are not there yet. So if you are still looking for something or to make a donation before the end of the year, or you feel like you've been putting it off, definitely take out your email right now, send an email to your MCA, to your local market center MCA, and tell them that you would like to, and they can put it right on your
Yeah.
office bill.
So I actually wanted to add something to that, Bridget, that you want me to wait?
Because I want to say, what is KW Cares? I mean, maybe not everybody understands what this goes to and what is, you did just explain. It is for our KW agents. KW Cares serves Keller Williams Associates and their qualifying family members during times of hardship due to sudden emergency, to ensure everyone in our KW family feels supported, safe, and valued. And it is a big part of our culture that Mo Anderson created this to take care of our family. I mean, right now they are helping people affected by Hurricane Ian in Florida. They're collecting tons of money, sending tons of help. God forbid something like that should happen to us, they will come to our aid as well.
As Hal always likes to say, Hal is a generator from a storm.
I do.
Yes, and then
Put in
from,
rotation anytime the power goes out.
yes.
Just call.
What is, okay, so we know what the Heart Fund is, we know what KW Cares is. What is KW Kids Can? Because you see this coming up all the time as well. KW Kids Can is really Gary Keller's passion project, right?
Absolutely.
And I have their mission statement. Blah, blah, blah. So their mission is, it's really to empower young people to maximize their potential in life. I mean, if you've ever taken Quantum Leap, that course that's created by Gary Keller or been exposed to that. If you haven't, you have to do it. It's life-changing, it's life-altering. So his passion project is to offer this to young people, and beginning with our own families, you know, and so there are scholarship funds for that. And go to kwkc.org. You can learn all about it and all the wonderful, amazing things that they are offering to our kids to empower them in their lives. At high school, they have courses for high school students, and then they have for young adults. Okay, so,
Okay,
What were your
so,
thoughts,
so
Shannon?
here are my thoughts, guys.
okay,
Yes,
You mentioned, for KW, you can make contributions if you have a closing.
well, that's what we're gonna talk about.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put a challenge out to everybody today, guys. If you, okay, where I think that I've maybe failed a little bit as a leader is in setting up models and systems around this, because those models and systems have been hard at work in Summit for a long time. And as you guys can see, KW Cares collected almost $10,000 last year, and $1,400 for Kids Care, which is new. In Westfield, we haven't done as good of a job getting everybody to systematize that donation. And what Sandra is talking about is in Summit, there are so many agents who have it in there, that it's set up so that every transaction they give, whether it's $10, $20, $25, we all know you're not even going to miss it, right? So I know all the years I was selling, I had it set up to give $25 a transaction. Anybody who today, all you have to do is put your name in the chat, and the MCAs will reach out to you. Anybody today who puts their name in the chat, that they will set up a donation to go out with every transaction. We're gonna, you contact your MCA, you set that up. If it's set up by the end of the month, we'll put you in a raffle for a $100 gift certificate. Also, and lastly on that, 2 years ago, we had a meeting like this and we did talk about it, and we raised about $7,000 in that moment. Because remember, KW Cares is a tax deductible donation. So if anybody didn't put those in their transactions across the year, and if you want to donate $100, $1,000, whatever it is, you don't have to put the amount in the chat. Put your name in the chat. The MCAs will reach out to you, and you'll be entered into the drawing, to the raffle. So I would love to see a ton of names lighting up in the chat. There we go. All right, we got our first one. I won't channel my inner Jerry Lewis. So, all right. So there's a couple of other.
yeah, thank you for
Thanks.
the inspiration, Shannon, and for all these great systems and models, and that's what we're all about, systems, models, and generosity. So speaking of generosity, just to recap, we had a coat drive in November, and special thanks to Stephanie Zecca, who's here today, for introducing us. Yeah, organizing this, introducing us to Project 123 Kind. So you can see here, we collected around 500 coats and outerwear, which was amazing. Our boxes were full all over, in all of our market centers. We want to have a special thanks to Main Street Movers, because they gave us the boxes and then they came and picked them up and delivered it to Project 123 Kind. So thank you, Main Street Movers, and thank you to everyone and your clients. And hopefully it was a good touch for you to reach out to your clients in your sphere and, show them how, we are a company with a social conscience as well. So what's our next thing? We're now in December, we have arranged a holiday giving drive, I would say. It's called Hope for the Holidays. And the beneficiary is going to be Family Connections. Once again, if you recall, back for Red Day, we did the Hike for Hope. The beneficiary was Family Connections. We redesigned their spaces where they bring in their families for counseling and meetings. And we also gave them a sizable monetary donation, which they were extremely grateful for. So now they have set up an Amazon wish list for their families who they serve. And there's a link. We have the graphics for you to put on social media. You could email, however you want to do it. Did we send that out to everybody? If we haven't, we're sending it out in the next daily dose, or a separate email. So you have the materials to reach out to your sphere and just spread some cheer during the holiday season. I have a couple more things to talk about. Our committee also does social events for us as agents. We have, backed by popular demand, the stand-up comedy night. It's going to be hosted in Westfield. That's December 15th.
Great event to invite non-KW family agents to, because they might see how much fun we are and. that spreads a
Absolutely.
lot of
And I
good
do
cheer.
believe it's open to any, you can invite your clients as well. So it's not an agent only thing. But that's in our daily dose. I'm sure you can register for that as well. So please join us in Westfield later this month. So speaking of events, I'm also gonna put on another hat right now and tell you, you've been aware of our home base events that we've been having every month, and we've been circulating around the different market centers. Our next one, the last one was about sustainable living. So if you missed it, it was really awesome. The next one is going to be about building a home gym in your house or creating a home gym space, exercise space in your home. We are not going to host one in December because it's just too busy and crazy with the holidays. So please mark your calendars. The date for that is going to be January 18th. It's a Wednesday. And the topic is going to be the home gyms. Absolutely. Again, this is an opportunity. We are giving you something to invite your clients to. We're giving you touches.
It's a free client event.
That's
for
what it's
you
all
to-
about.
For you to bring them in.
Yep. Use it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You do so
You're welcome.
much. You do
Okay.
So much. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we got to keep moving really fast. Can I get mortgage guys up? And then we're gonna go to Howard. No, people surprisingly, people like to hear from you, Howard.
Morning, everybody.
Make sure they can see you.
Not sure if everybody heard, but the conforming loan limits went up. So it was 647,200. It is now 726,200. What does that mean to you guys? Somebody could buy a $745,000 house and put down 3%. The high balance is in high cost areas, which most of us deal with. That was 987,200. That is now 1,089,300. So what does that mean? Somebody could buy a $1,145,000 house and put down 5%. Why that's important is conforming loans. It's easier to get a conforming loan than a jumbo. On a conforming loan, you don't need to worry about reserves, or if somebody's a first-time home buyer. Sometimes jumbo investors will want to see a housing payment. So if they're living at home and they're not paying rent, some companies aren't going to be okay with that. So you're not going to have to worry about that on conventional. The debt to income ratio requirements are a lot less strict than jumbo. So it's easier to, to fit somebody in that box.
And
So
are those numbers of sale price or loan amount?
loan amounts. Yeah, loan amounts. So again, 745,000, 3% down, that's like 22,000 and change, plus closing costs to, to buy a $745,000 house and get a conventional loan.
And if you go with the two family, I mean, the limits even go higher. So I mean, it's unbelievable in this market that, somebody could put as little as 3% down and get that much money.
Yeah.
And the only other thing we wanted to talk about is there's a big buzzword going on right now. And I still honestly don't think any agent in the room truly understand what it is. It's these rate buy downs. And this is like an unbelievable opportunity for your sellers. So everybody can keep saying, I have no inventory. Well, you need to be telling your sellers about this, and you need to get us on the call with your sellers for like a 5 to 7 minute conversation with them to explain them the concept of it. Because we've gone over it with you guys, but we don't expect you guys to be experts. And I know that the sellers don't understand what it really is. And in theory, what it is the seller is allowing the buyer to put down a little bit more money, right? And then they can use those funds to get the interest rate down 3% from the current market. So if we're at 6.25 on a 30-year fixed, the buyer could be paying 3.25 the first year. They could be paying 4.25 the next year, and then 5.25 the next year. It's a total game changer, right? And nobody has really called us to say, hey, can you talk to us, a listing appointment for this?
And how much does that cost on like a $500,000 house?
On a $500,000 house, it's about $10,000. So there's like a calculator that we have to put in the loan amount, we put in the interest rate, and then it spits out. There's like 6 different options. And what's nice about it, it doesn't cost the seller anything. It just gives them something else to offer, and it's going to create more bidding wars because now people can afford more. And that the way it works is that if they use this program, and let's say they use the $10,000 that Howard just said, how much it cost, and let's say they only use 5 of it, they can use that $5,000 to pay for their refinance that they're probably gonna do in a year or two. So I'm just throwing it out there. If you guys have a listing and you wanna like us to do it, Brian, Matt, and myself, we'll jump on a call with one of your listing clients and just say, listen, this does not hurt you. This only makes your house more marketable.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Look,
You know what? We jump up with them later because we got some
Okay.
agenda stuff on.
We don't want to keep you guys too late, so we're just gonna rush through, but we have some new people. Sorry to put you on the spot without telling you guys. We have some awesome new agents in our office. Jackie Mendel is with us. She's over at here. We're thrilled to have her. And Sarah Horn is new with us as well. The wave, and we have guests, Louise Main. Say hello. She's sitting here joining. So welcome, everybody, and we'll keep on moving.
Okay. You guys know, I always try really hard to end on time. It's not gonna happen today, and I'm really sorry. So Howard is the last thing on the agenda. You guys can jump
I'll try
off
to be on
right when
time.
he's done.
I'll try to be as quick as I can, guys. Okay, so good morning, everybody. Let's just jump right in first slide and see what we've got going on, what's going on today. So I brought this up and almost fell out of my chair. I would never have expected to see these are prices, would never have opened this up expecting to see that prices in the month of November increased in the MLS. So that kind of blew me away. But then the question became, if the Fed were looking at this, would this piss them off or please them? And the answer is actually, they're going to be okay with this. And the reason is they don't really care what the prices of our houses are. What they do care about is the numbers on top of those bars. And what you're looking at is units. So the unit turnover in November, despite the fact that the price went up, and we're going to look at maybe why that happened in a second. It went up from 470 in October to 485,000. That's the median price in the MLS, the entire GS MLS. But the unit count for that month, the turnover, the closings, 2,630. What was it a year ago in November? 3,630. So that is the goal of the Fed. They're trying to slow down the rate of turnover, because every time you buy a house, you go out and buy a dishwasher, washing machine, refrigerator. You probably put a couple new bathrooms in. That is the kind of thing that they want to go away. And so they are having some success getting to their goal. And by the way, the previous year in November, so same month, was 4,158 units. So that's a 1,500 unit drop from the same month, November to November 2 years ago. Dropped 500 units and then 1,000 more. So let's look at the next slide for a second, and I'm going to continue to be quick if that's okay with everybody. So that is actually, yeah, that's the slide I was looking for. So we look at this slide every single week, and this time we're going to do something a little bit differently. The red bars are the inventory that is out in the marketplace. And what I usually do is I say, hey, let's get rid of the red bars and let's look at the rate of turnover. We now know that turnover is dropping a little bit. So let's do the opposite thing this time. Let's drop out the other bars. So let's look at the next chart, which we just had up, and just look at the red bars in isolation and see what meaning we can glean from that. So this is the available inventory that's out in the marketplaces. And this is, I'm going to try to explain why I think probably the price pressure continues to exist. And despite the lower turnover, counterintuitively, we're getting higher prices. So you can see what's going on. So if you try to just use your eyes, and if who's ever running this has the mouse, they can use their arrow. But if you look at just the November, so November 2022, and if you look at November 21 and November in 2020, these are available units for sale. So in 2020, in November, we had about 16,000, just under 16,000 units available for sale. November in 21, it went down to 12,567 units. And last month, in November 22, it was 10,300 units. So the inventory, apples to apples, is dropping. And that explains right there what's going on. And if you look at the final slide here, you'll see what's terribly interesting. I just noticed this morning on this. This is the month supply of inventory, 2 years worth of data, so 24 months. Every single one of these bars that you're looking at is 2 point something. It's been as low as 2.0. It's been as high as 2.9. But we have been 2 years now with just 2 point some number month supply of inventory. So it's just a very, very strong seller's market. And that part hasn't gone away for us yet. So that's my spiel. Unless anybody has any questions, I think that's the meeting wrapped up, guys. All right, thanks, you guys. Yeah, mic drop. Exactly. Bye, everybody.
That's it.